with the Dallas Cowboys visiting the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles. The Cowboys made some big news before the season when they traded arguably the best defensive player in all of football, Micah Parsons, to Green Bay. Oh, Jerry Jones has got a lot on the line this year. Let's talk about it with Tyler Dragon, covers the NFL and track and field for USA Today. Tyler, good to have you on, my friend. I can't believe I'm asking about an 8.5-point underdog first, but it is the Dallas Cowboys. How much is on the line for Jerry Jones after making that trade and after the last couple of years seems to be just getting worse and worse in Dallas?
Yeah, well, good morning. I believe the Cowboys are in straight rebuild mode. I don't think they're going to be good this season. I mean, anytime you trade your best player away, it's hard to be better than you were the previous season. I mean, Micah Parsons led the team in sacks. He's one of the best defenders in all of football. And you not only trade him, but you trade him to a rival in the NFC in the Green Bay Packers, a team that knocked you out of the playoffs the last time you were in. So this is going to be a long evening for the Dallas Cowboys and their fans because they play the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Eagles are loaded again. They returned 10 of 11 starters on offense from the Super Bowl team. And their defense, yes, they lost some players, but they replenished some players in the draft, and they're young. So the Eagles, they're once again a Super Bowl contender. And for Dallas Cowboy fans, I have a feeling this is going to be a long season.
I agree with you, man. I don't think 8.5 points is enough. I would take Philly to easily cover that number if you want some gambling advice. What happened with Micah Parsons? Usually we hear a number floated where Dallas just wasn't willing to go, but I didn't even hear that. I know you wrote about this situation. What went wrong here?
Well, it really should have been the easiest contract for Jerry Jones to make because really the market for defensive ends like Micah Parsons kept on going up and up and up. So you saw TJ Watt get paid, a Miles Garrett got paid $40 million a year. It's a lot of money, but that's what Micah Parsons' level is like. So Micah Parsons should have been paid north of $40 million a year. And Jerry Jones and Micah Parsons, they met privately. They had a meeting, and Jones thought he had a deal done with Parsons, but Micah has an agent. His name is David Mulugeta, and when NFL players have agents, you have to negotiate through them. And Jones thought that he already had the deal complete once he talked to Micah informally, and never really had a deep negotiation with Micah Parsons' agent. And that's where things fell out because Micah wanted
Yeah.
contract talks to go through his agent. He thought that the conversation with Jerry Jones was just to get things started, to get the ball rolling, but it
Mm,
wasn't. And Jones thought, if you're not going to sign this deal that we negotiated together, then
yeah.
we're going to look to trade you, or you're going to have to play in the fifth year option. And Micah did not want to do that. And his agent surely didn't want to do that. And that's what led to the trade.
Yeah, players have agents and teams have GMs, except for the
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys, and this will continue to be a problem in Big D. So you mentioned Philly is a Super Bowl contender. Who do you have in the Super Bowl? Who do you think wins it, and why?
Yeah, so I actually have Philadelphia going back to the Super Bowl to represent the NFC. And in the AFC, I have the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson representing the AFC. So I really do think the Ravens have a strong team this year. And they had a strong team last year, too. On paper, they really do have the best team in football. I really like the addition they got with Jair Alexander in the secondary. And of course, you have a multi time MVP in Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry at running back. So I think the Ravens are loaded and they should be the team to beat. They're definitely the most talented team on paper. And I have them winning Super Bowl 60 in San Francisco. But we're a long way till that. There's a lot of football until then.
And the great thing about the NFL is it changes so much each and every year. I'm going to go a little bit outside the lines here because we just talked about Taylor Swift. And Roger Goodell was on the Today Show yesterday. He was asked, might Taylor Swift play the halftime show? And he said it's a definite maybe. My pick is she will never do it because they don't pay the halftime show artist, and certainly she does not need that. Do you think she will? If not, who would you like to see do it?
So momentum is actually trending toward Taylor Swift. They don't pay the Super Bowl artists, but their album sales, their streaming, they skyrocket. So it would benefit her. It benefited Beyonce. It benefited Kendrick Lamar. Benefited Rihanna. So no matter how famous, no matter what level of artist you are, it would benefit you. And my favorite artist, Kendrick Lamar, performed last year, so I really don't care. I got the best of both worlds last year at Super Bowl. I mean, in San Francisco, I would like to see maybe a Bay Area artist perform, maybe like a E40 or something. But I wouldn't mind Taylor Swift because a lot of fans want to see her. And I mean, it's been the Taylor Swift NFL collaboration for the past what year?
Sure
She
has.
already boosted NFL ratings some 30%, according to some. Look, I've got one guy. Listen, Jay-Z, it's Morgan Wallen. Full stop. It would be the ultimate halftime show, not named Taylor Swift, because he would bring together the entire music community, the sports community. He'd have Tom Brady and Peyton Manning out there. He'd have rappers. He'd have rockers. That would be the ultimate show. Last question has to do with television. Still trending today and has been for the last 24 hours on X. And I mean the number one story not named Epstein was Red Zone, because NFL Red Zone is how, quite frankly, most people watch the NFL now. It shows all the touchdowns. It's how I watch. It's how all the kids watch. They are now making a change for this season. Why is it so controversial?
Yeah, because they're having commercials, and fans are accustomed to watching Red Zone going from game to game without those commercials. So I get it. As a consumer of the NFL, unfortunately, I don't really watch Red Zone because I'm at the games on Sundays. But yeah, it is controversial because they're going to commercials this year.
Yeah, people are furious out there. My son said, I'm done. I'm done with the Red Zone. He's not, because Scott Hansen is electric. There's nothing quite like watching him on a Sunday. All right, last question. What's the under the radar surprise team we should keep our eye on?
A surprise team is the San Francisco 49ers. I mean, they were decimated by injuries last year, but they have the easiest strength of schedule this season, and they have a lot of players that played on the Super Bowl, and the Super Bowl is in Santa Clara in the Bay Area, so they're going to be motivated to return to the playoffs and maybe win the NFC West. So that's my surprise team.
I was hoping you'd say my Denver Broncos. I just think there's no wide receivers in San Francisco, with all due respect to Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall. Not enough out there on the edges, but I agree. It's certainly one of those teams. Hey, Mr. Dragon, we appreciate it. You should come back, I think, every Friday. This is a Thursday kickoff, but if you're down every Friday, we'd love to have you here.
Just give me a call. I'm more than happy to come back.
Good to see you, buddy. Thanks so much for joining us.
Send him a calendar invite.
Are you guys NFL fans, and who's your team?
I'm really not.
No, not at all. Hey, Jim?
This is so honest. I don't care, says Kate. I spent 9 years in Philadelphia. The Eagles are just so much fun to watch. And I watched, Sirianni's era begin. So I love watching.
In the Camerata House, they are Chiefs fans.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, and we'll see if they can bounce back, because that was a rough Super Bowl for Patrick Mahomes and company.